Hey, what's going on? It's Jeff at lockdownsecurity.ca, www.lockdownsecurity.ca, and just making a brief video on a brand new 2015 Ford Mustang Blackvue dash camera installation. Now, this installation is a little bit unique in that the 2015 Mustang is brand new. This is the first one that we've seen. So I wanted to just show other viewers out there exactly how we did a 2-channel dash cam install on this car. Before I start though, if you could like our video and subscribe to our page, it'd be greatly appreciated. It helps us to make more videos and bring you cool stuff like this. So let me just show you. This is the vehicle. These cars are very, very nice. I really like the new redesign. Looks amazing. This one's actually pretty cool in that it's an EcoBoost 4-cylinder. So that's pretty unique for a Mustang, but it supposedly has more power than the V6, which is definitely a cool thing. So let me just walk you through what I've done. So I put in a Blackvue 2-channel dash camera today, and the reason why I want to make this video is because I'm sure that dash cameras are going to be pretty popular for this vehicle. It's an enthusiast vehicle, so I'm just going to show you where I've mounted everything. So I mounted the front camera right behind the rear view mirror, ran the cables cleanly up using the attached wire ties, ran the cabling underneath the roof liner, down the A-pillar behind the airbag, and then underneath the roof all the way to the back to the rear camera, tucking some slack up underneath the roof liner just in case he wants to move the camera in the back. So in terms of wiring, generally with dash cameras we don't like to tap into wiring because it's generally one of the only things the customer has installed in the vehicle, and many of our customers with new cars like this, they're afraid of warranty coverage issues, etc., etc., so they do not want us to cut any cabling. So in this case what we've done is we've gone to the fuse box, which happens to be down in the passenger kick panel, and I just want to show the viewers out there how you would access this area to run cables down. So I've got some of the panels off and sitting on the floor, which you will see here. I've got the side panel right here. This panel goes on the edge of the vehicle right there by the glove box. I've got the this particular vehicle has a machined aluminum trim. It's clipped onto the side of the glove box right there, and then this is the fuse box cover door, which sits on the kick plate cover, which I have on my shelf right there. Everything on the vehicle is clipped, so if you use a pry tool like this guy or a plastic, I like the plastic ones just because they don't scratch the dash. Some of the clips you need the metal one though for the force. You'll be able to unclip these panels and they will come off. Word of note, this panel is quite tight. It is specifically this clip right here. Just be careful because obviously you don't want to dent the metal. You want to, put a little bit of pressure on it, but you don't want to put too much. Now, one of the unique things on these new Fords are the types of fuses that they're using. We've started to see these new types of fuses on General Motors vehicles as well as Ford vehicles, and they're a variant of the ATM fuse type. Now, I'm just going to put the camera right here for now. Hello. And I'm going to show you what the difference is. So the reason why this matters is because we tap into the fuses for power and accessory. The reason why we do this is obviously so we don't have to tap in any cables in the vehicle, and it makes for a fully reversible installation. The way that we tap, we don't just wrap the fuse, we use what's known as a fuse tap. In this case, it's a variant of this guy, which is a crimp-on connector that literally would sit, I'll show you, would sit like this, just like that. Okay, and what that allows us to do is it makes a nice tight electrical connection. The fuse can still seat right down in its opening, and it's fully reversible as mentioned. Now in this particular vehicle, they are using a new variant of fuse, which looks like this guy. So if you look at the difference, it's kind of hard for me to show because they're so tiny, but here is what they look like. This is a standard ATM. This is the new, I guess what they would call mini ATM. You can see the standard ATM is wider and larger. The actual pegs are about the same size, but if you go to put one of these ATM fuse taps on here, let me show you what happens. So I'll just insert that I have a little bit too much room on the edges, which means this fuse will not seat in the fuse box. So what we've done is we have actually modified one of these guys by bending it straight like this. And then I can insert the fuse, and I'm able to bend this up and get that nice and close. And now I can insert this into the fuse socket. It makes a nice tight electrical connection, and there's no issues of it falling out. Now I'm just gonna go grab my light so you can see the actual connections that I have made. Bear with me. So, I have not put the vehicle back together yet. It is still apart, as you've seen. I'm just going to show you where we have put everything. So, the ground is right here, drilled into a metal bracket in the kick plate. We've used what's known as a Power Magic Pro, which is right there. I've double-sided taped that up so the client can still get to the controls. And there are my fuse tabs right there, you'll see. We're using a special type of tape called Tessa tape, so it looks very OEM. And as mentioned, I continue to mention, the client can take this out if they ever want to, and all of the factory paneling will go back on. So that's about it with this 2015 Ford Mustang. If you or someone you know is interested in getting a dash camera for the vehicle, call us at 1-866-824-4118 or visit us on the web, lockdownsecurity.ca, or email sales@lockdownsecurity.ca. And I'll finish off with a nice view of the new 2015 Ford Mustang interior.